Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mangesh Dashing and this is the third video of IR spectroscopy. Friends, in previous videos we have seen introduction, principles of IR spectroscopy as well as interpretation of IR spectra for the hydrocarbons. In this video we will learn interpretation of IR spectra for various functional groups. Friends, first I will tell you that these are the general values. This may get changed with the various environment of the functional groups. या व्हॅल्यू जनरल व्हॅल्यू आहेत, या तुम्हाला लक्षात ठेवाव्या लागतील. इथे समजून घ्या, पण त्या व्हॅल्यू तुमच्या जेव्हा प्रॅक्टिस कराल त्याच वेळेस लक्षात येतील. तुम्हाला प्रॅक्टिसची खूप गरज लागेल. त्यासाठी तुम्ही एकमेकांना विचारा, एकमेकांना सांगा these values. Okay, so first we'll start with the ethers. So ether means ROR. It contains a COC bond. So it shows a strong band for the anti-symmetric COC stretch at 1050 to 1150 centimeter inverse. So this is in fingerprint region, but this is the strong band. So carbon-carbon single bonds over here, but this can be identified by the strong band. So this is the ether COC bond, otherwise dominated by the hydrocarbon component by the rest of the molecule. So 1050 to 1150 centimeter inverse, this COC or CO bond absorbs IR radiation. Then we will see the alcohol. So alcohol also contains OH bond and CO bond. OH bond and CO bond. So for example 1-butanol. So in this case, a strong OH stretching frequency from 3200 to 3600 centimeter inverse. So this is the strong broad band you will observe for the OH in case of alcohols. This OH broad band, this is because of hydrogen bonding and exchangeable protons. Like ethers, CO stretch, the CO stretch that will be observed in 1050 to 1260, around 1250 to 1260 depending upon the environment. That CO stretching frequency you will observe. This band position changes depending upon the alcohol substitution. If the primary alcohol, then band comes around 1050. If secondary, that comes around 1100 centimeter inverse. If that is tertiary alcohol, then comes around 1150 centimeter inverse. If that is phenolic OH, then that comes around 1230 to 1260 centimeter inverse. The shape is due to the presence of hydrogen bonding. This next example is a primary amine, RNH2. For example, 2-amino pentane. It shows a NH stretching frequency of NH2 as a doublet. So this is the characteristic for the primary amine, that is NH2. It will give you a doublet. The peak is weak, height is small. In between 3200 to 3500 centimeter inverse. That may be symmetric or anti-symmetric modes. NH2 has deformation bands from 1590 to 1650. So this band is weak, as well as some broad type or V shape, that band will occur. So that is a deformation band for the NH2. Additionally, there is a wagging bands at 780 to 820 centimeter inverse. That is not a diagnosticable because that is in aromatic region and that is broad like this. So this band is for wagging vibrations of the NH2. So friends, this is the important one, NH2, that comes around 3200 to 3500 centimeter inverse. That appears as a doublet. So you can easily understand by seeing this weak doublet, NH2 might be present in your compound. OH, that is also exchangeable protons, hydrogen bonding, but that OH comes like a U-shape peak. NH2 shows a doublet. It's like a W. See here. So this is the W shape or doublet peak will be appear. The position is 3200 to 3500 centimeter inverse. Now for the secondary amines. Now secondary contains only one hydrogen. So this NH band, that is R2NH, occurs at 3200 to 3500 centimeter inverse. as a sharp singlet peak, weaker than the OH. So it will give you a singlet like OH but weaker than the OH. OH is a broad peak, U-shaped peak. Well, in this case you will get a V-shaped peak. The region is same, that is 3200 to 3500 centimeter inverse. Tertiary amines that won't contain this NH bond, so you will not get any band in this region because there is no hydrogen at all. So NH bond will not be there, no NH frequency will be there. But primary amine will give you a doublet, weak doublet, that is around 3200 to 3500 centimeter inverse in the same region. Secondary amine also there, but that will give you a V-shaped peak, that is a weak peak. And this is the deformed peak over here. So you can say that there will be might be amine is present in our fingerprint region. Next, suppose review of OH. Atom H. H is attached to various atoms like CH, NH, OH, SH. So all these bands occur in between 2800 to 4000 centimeter inverse. That band is fixed. So how to identify this H? Which H? This H attached to the which atom? So inspect the bonds of hydrogen region, that is 2700 to 4000 centimeter inverse. So all the atom attached to the hydrogen, that atom and hydrogen bond vibrates or absorbs the frequency in between 2700 centimeter inverse to 4000 centimeter inverse. कोणत्या ॲटमला जर हायड्रोजन अटॅच असेल तर त्या रिजनमध्येच होतं. कोणतं रिजन? 2700 to 4000 centimeter inverse. Now peaks from 2850 to 3000 are simply is because of sp3CH in most of the organic molecules. Below 3000, that because of mostly sp3CH bond frequency, and about 2900, that is for aldehydic CH. Now above 3000 we have to learn the shape, not the wave numbers, because above 3000 that may be NH, OH, acidic OH, phenolic OH, all the H like sp2 carbon H, sp3 carbon H, sp2 carbon H, sp carbon H. So all the hydrogens are coming above 3000 centimeter inverse. So in that case you should learn the shape by using the shape. What is the shape of that H? You can identify what is the functional group present into the molecule rather than the wave numbers. For example, if you are getting a peak like a broad U-shaped peak in between 3200 to 3500 centimeter inverse, then that is OH broad. That OH is because of that broadening of the peak is because of the hydrogen bonding. The next is sharp peak, that is for carbon-carbon triple bond H, sp hybridized carbon and H bond. That sharp spike gives around 3300 centimeter inverse. So you can understand that is the sp hybridized carbon and H, so acetylenic hydrogen. If that gives a doublet, just now we have seen doublet or W shape, that is for the primary amine. So that is a weak peak, means height is smaller. So that weak W shaped peak for the NH of the primary amine. If that is a V shape, then that is NH for the secondary amine. If W shape, that is primary amine. If V shape, that is a secondary amine. Then what is for tertiary amine? Tertiary amine won't have this NH frequency. The small peak shouldered just about 3000 centimeter inverse, that may be sp2 hybridized carbon H bond, maybe vanillic hydrogen or maybe aromatic hydrogens. So this is how above 3000 centimeter inverse, just see the shapes, not the wave numbers, because wave numbers are same but shapes are different. Now we'll see the cyclohexyl carboxylide. So aldehydes, this is the example, aldehydes, R C double bond O H. So carbonyl bond, this is the most general observed functional group into the organic molecules in the form of acids, esters, aldehydes, ketones, amides. So all this contains a carbonyl group as a functional group. So aldehyde carbonyl group, that stretching frequency is around 1720 to 7040 centimeter inverse. The band is very sensitive to the conjugation in all the carbonyl groups. If the conjugation is there, then stretching frequency will decrease as compared to the normal stretching frequency. A highly unique sp2ch stretch appears as a doublet around 2720 to 2820 centimeter inverse. It's called as Fermi doublet. So here around 2800 centimeter inverse or 2700 inverse, we are getting a weak peak, that is Fermi doublet. So that is for the aldehydes. In case of ketones, this peak will be absent. While at 1720 to 1740, we will get a strong peak for the carbonyl groups. So if the peaks around 1720 to 1740, so you can conclude that your compound contains aldehyde. Then find out this peak is there or not. If this peak is there, aldehyde is confirmed. If this peak is not there, then carbonyl group is there, but that is not a aldehyde. Now for the ketones. Ketone also contains a carbonyl group. For example, this is 3-methyl-2-pentanone. So ketone carbonyl group, that carbonyl groups also give the strong peak around 1705 to 1725 centimeter inverse. That is smaller than aldehyde. And this is a spectrum, very simple manner, because it contains only carbonyl group. If the compound contains only ketone, then it will give you only sharp peak at 1705 to 1725 centimeter inverse. Next is ester. Now ester is RCOO. RCOO. Now this is the carbonyl group again. So this is the function. This is the molecule. The name is ethyl pivalate. Now CO stretch of this ester is around 1735 to 1750. Now these are values slightly higher than aldehydes and ketones. It's because of this carbon is attached to the oxygen. So it increases the frequency of the IR radiation. So the strong band for the CO at higher frequency than the ethers or alcohols at 1150 to 1250 centimeter inverse. So this ester also shows a band for this CO. So just like ethers or alcohols, but these are the stronger or slightly higher frequency than the alcohols or ethers. That goes around 1150 to 1250 centimeter inverse. All the ethers or alcohols vibrates that CO stretching frequency is below 1200 centimeter inverse. So this 1150 to 1250, this CO of the ester will come. Then we will see for the carboxylic acid functional group. Now for the carboxylic acid functional group, this is the example 4-phenylbutyric acid. So here this is the carbonyl group, this is the OH, and this is CO. So in this case, all these bonds gives the bands in IR spectrum. See how this is the broad band for this OH of acidic OH. This is the sharp and strong band for the carbonyl group, and this is the band for ether CO1. So it gives a messiest IR spectra. So IR spectra of the carboxylic acid is somewhat difficult, messy. Carbonyl band occurs in between 1700 to 1725 centimeter inverse. It's near about the aldehyde spectrum. So carbonyl bands occurs in between 1700 to 1725. How to differentiate between aldehyde and carboxylic acid? Aldehyde shows a CH band near about 27 to 2800 centimeter inverse. Well, that is absent over here. It shows a broad peak. See here, broad peak and strong peak near about 2800 centimeter inverse to 3500 centimeters inverse. That depends upon the hydrogen bonding. If hydrogen bonding is there, intermolecular, or intermolecular, then this frequency is somewhat less. If the hydrogen bonding is not there, then it goes up to 3500 centimeter inverse. It's covering up to half of the IR spectrum here. So much broad band for the acidic OH. Next functional group is a anhydride. The example is propionic anhydride. So COOCO. So this functional group is called as anhydride. So anhydride like a ester. So it shows two peaks for the carbonyl group in between 1740 to 1770, and second one is 1810 to 1840. So it will give you doublet. The doublet band is for the two carbonyl groups. If the molecule contains anhydride group, so it will give you doublet, and that bond is again sharp and strong. The coupling of anhydride, though the ether oxygen splits carbonyl band into two with absorption of 70 centimeter inverse. So whatever the difference between those two bands, that is around 70 centimeter inverse. The mixed mode for CO, that is sp2 hybridized carbon and oxygen, this CO, that comes around 1000 to 1100 centimeter inverse. Now acyl halides. Suppose this is propionyl chloride. Now it will have a carbonyl group as well as C halogen bond. So cleft band in between 1770 to 1820. So it has a higher frequency than a general carbonyl. So generally carbonyl group absorbs in between 1700 to 1750. If more than that one, like 1770 to 1820, then strong electronegative atom is attached to the carbonyl group. The bonds to the halogen, due to their size, occurs at low frequency. Only Cl is light enough to have a band on IR, that is CCl is at 600 to 800 centimeter inverse. So this peak is for 600 to 800 centimeter inverse, while this cleft band, so this like this peak, that is called as cleft, and this is a strong band from 1770 to 1820, that is for the acyl chloride, that is carbonyl group. Now amides means carbonyl and amide, CONH2. This functional group is called as amide. This is the example of amide. Now it displays the features of amines as well as carbonyl compounds. So it has a two functional group. Carbonyl group is also there as well as amide group. Amine group is also there. So CO stretch in between 1640 to 1680 centimeter inverse. So that is slightly less than 1700 centimeter inverse. Why? That we'll learn in next lecture. But try to remember that amides are absorbed. Amide carbonyl frequency, stretching frequency comes around 1640 to 1680 centimeter inverse. If the amide is a primary amine, then it shows a NH stretching occurs in between 3200 centimeter inverse to 3500 centimeter inverse as a doublet, just like a W, as we seen in last slides. If the amide is secondary, then it gives NH stretch, that is only a singlet, sharp singlet. This place is same, that is 3200 centimeter inverse to 3500 centimeter inverse, that is a sharp singlet if amine is a secondary. If amine is primary, it will give you doublet, like W shaped peak in between 3200 centimeter inverse to 3500 centimeter inverse. If this peak is there, doublet or singlet, and this carbonyl frequency is less than 1700, it's around 1640 to 1680, then you conclude that your compound contains a amide functional group. Now we will learn for the nitro group. The proper Lewis structure gives a bond order, that is 1.5 from nitrogen to each oxygen because of resonance. Because of the resonance, this bond order is less, that is 1.5. The two bands are seen, that is symmetric or asymmetric, that is around 1300 to 1380 centimeter inverse and 1500 to 1500 centimeter inverse. So these are the two bands for the nitro group. Now we'll see the propanonitrile. Propanonitrile. So CN triple bond, that is called as nitrile. So principal group is the carbon nitrogen triple bond that comes around 2100 to 2280 centimeter inverse. Carbon carbon triple bond also comes near about that place only. This peak is usually much more intense than the alkyne due to the electronegativity difference between carbon and nitrogen. So this peak is very sharp singlet you will get, strong peak you will get. So that if that strong peak is there, then you conclude that your compound contains carbon nitrogen triple bond rather than the carbon carbon triple bond. If molecular formula contains a nitrogen and it peaks in between the 2100 centimeter inverse to 2200 centimeter inverse, and that strong peak, strong singlet is there, then the possibility is that carbon nitrogen triple bond is present in our organic compound. So these are the general values. You should remember by practice, by solving the examples. हे पाठ करावे लागतील, हे व्हॅल्यूज समजून घ्यावे लागतील, तर थोड्याफार चेंज पण होतील अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्ट्रक्चरल इफेक्ट्स दॅट वी विल सी इन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. थँक्यू फ्रेंड्स.